Hi, everyone. Welcome to day 2 of our inaugural Spiritual Beings virtual summit. It is amazing to have you and welcome you here again for day 2. So we had an amazing 2 sessions to start the summit, and we heard from some of our team here at Spiritual Beings and just a reflection, some of our personal stories, some of the more of the heart and the mission, the vision of Spiritual Beings, where it's come from, and really to be able to just articulate in a way that is personal, in a way that means something to us, to be able to share with you the very genesis and beginning stages of Spiritual Beings. And so we went from there into a session that we asked the question, why spirituality in Web3? And we were joined by some very special guests. We had Shira Lazar join us, as well as Carl Choi. And if you haven't seen this particular session, I encourage you to go onto our YouTube channel, replay from Twitter, and really take in what that session was, because it was so refreshing to be able to just sit and to share some deep experiences and truths and different perspectives of spirituality and what that has meant in both Carl's life and Shira's life, and just the way that that has outworked and is evidenced in the very things that they are doing now in Web3, and the amazing achievements they're making, the lives that they're really positively affecting. So just such a refreshing time, as I said, just to be able to have a space that was filled with hope. It was filled with just joy, a sense of peace, and a sense of really just having a little exhale, a time to just kind of step back for a moment and to be able to still be very much in the space of Web3, but just take that moment just to reflect, just to be able to process, just to be able to share together in that way. And for me, it was like just a little taste test of what the culture and the heart of the community of Spiritual Beings is being formed into and being really just navigated, and the way that it's being crafted in a very specific, very purposeful way. That these conversations would not be exceptions, but they would really be part of the rhythm. They would be part of the flow of how we are presenting Spiritual Beings, of how we are gathering and hosting the community. So today is another amazing day, and I am personally so excited to be able to not only be part of these conversations, but to really to have them as something that we can share with all of you, because I think the collective insight and wisdom, understanding, experience from the many people that you'll hear from today, I know that you are going to be encouraged, inspired, some maybe challenged in a really great way. And my hope is that you would leave from these sessions today, after watching them, whether live or the replays, that you would leave different, that there would be something that has just taken root within you, something that you are left pondering, a real takeaway for you today. And it may be just a one-liner. It may be just one thing that someone says today on one of these sessions that it strikes you in a way that gets your interest, and you just keep pondering it today. So I encourage you, if you're a journaler, write down any of those reflections or things that you're hearing and you want to think about more. If you're go for a walk, or do something to be able to allow you to just be able to take it in and not let it just be wash over you and, oh, that was great, and just keep going. But just really try and see if there is something that you can just allow to just ruminate and just to think about more. So we have this first session today is a great one if you have anyone in your life that is new to Web3, that maybe doesn't know anything about Web3. We have Dr. Hans, who is going to join us, and who better person to go through the fundamentals of Web3 and what this space is, and many aspects of that. So Dr. Hans is going to join us. We're then going to move and change pace entirely, and we're going to have one of our artist ambassadors, Esther Moon, is going to join us with a cohort of artists that she works with in her gathered spaces that are going to be an integral part of spiritual beings and the very life of how we are outworking community. So you'll get to hear from some fascinating artists and in their field and what they're doing and how spirituality links in with creativity and things that you may not even think about, being creative in a way that have an amazing ability to stir something up within us. And there we're going to go into business mode, and we're going to look at spirituality and business. Can they coexist? And if they do, what do they look like? So we've got a great session with some business leaders planned then. And then we have a fireside chat with a very special guest. And then finishing the day with a big wrap up on Twitter Spaces. For any of you who can make it live, we encourage you and would love you to jump into that Twitter space, save your questions up, and you'll be able to enjoy some conversation, hear from some of our team, and really just continue the conversation. But before we get into any of that, I have a very special treat for you, and that is we have Jordana Reim from PeaceInsideLive, and she is going to take us through a meditation exercise to start our day. And Jordana is an author, she's a coach, she's partnered with Shira Lazar in PeaceInsideLive. Her meditations have been streamed over 1 million times, and you'll know is what I'm talking about as soon as you hear her voice. It is the most amazing way to either start or finish your day. So please relax and enjoy this very special treat that we have.
Hi and welcome. It's an honor to be here with you. Today we're going to do some breathing practices to balance out our brains so that we can tap into our meditation practice. I've personally always found it easier in my own meditation practice to go deeper if I do something first that's more active. And a breathing practice is an active way to bring about a passive state of meditation more easily for those of us who have busy minds. And maybe you don't, but I do. And even if you don't, it's surely going to help balance out the left and right hemispheres of your brain. So I'd like to get us started just by actually checking in to see which part of our brain is more active right now. And the way that we can do that is we test out through our nostrils and we see which side we can breathe more easily through. So you can block off one side and put your hand right under your nose and feel the breath come out of the nose, and then try the other side. And you should notice, maybe you want to test it again, notice that one side is stronger or weaker than the other. And the right side of the nostril corresponds to the left side of the brain. The left nostril corresponds to the right side of the brain. So the right side of the brain is the side of the brain that is in tap with our intuition, with flow, with holistic thinking, with creativity and the arts. And the left side of the brain is more in tune with words, it's with mathematics, it's with logic, it's with reasoning. So if we were going to be writing a research paper next, for example, we would want to be more in the left side of the brain, whereas if we were going to paint something or dance, we'd want to be on the right side of the brain. Now, either way, we really want to be balanced. And what we can do to balance it out is to do some alternate nostril breathing. And the way that we're going to do this is if you can go back to the side that is weaker, and you're going to block off the side that's stronger. So you're going to be breathing in and out through the weaker side, whichever that one is for you. So simply just closing the nostril on the stronger side and sitting up straight and tall. And you're going to breathe long and comfortably through that weaker side. And then you're going to exhale long and comfortably through that side. And we're simply going to go like this. You can close your eyes or keep them open. We're going to do this for about 1 minute. Just breathing in and out through this side. See if you can relax your jaw as you do it. And soften your shoulders. The thing about breathing through both of these sides and knowing which side is stronger or weaker, it's just a temperature check of where we're at in any moment. And actually it switches from the left to the right, right to the left, around every 90 minutes. So good. We've just got a few more breaths on this side. And take your last breath on this side, fully in and out. And then taking a breath in through both nostrils and a cleansing breath out through the mouth. And we're going to go to the other side. So blocking off the opposite nostril. And breathing long and comfortably through the opposite nostril. And breathing out. And we'll do this for another 45 seconds or so. Noticing if it feels any different on this side. And perhaps even bringing to mind that I am bringing my mind into balance. I am bringing into union the part of me that is creative and artistic with the side of me that has logic and reasoning. And as I move forward in this day with soaking up information and trying on new ideas, I'm choosing to come into all of this learning from a place of balance within myself. All right, letting go of that nostril, breathing in through both nostrils and out through the mouth. We'll take a few more breaths like that. Breathe in through both nostrils. This time, hold the breath at the top. And then let it go with a sigh. And sometimes that balanced breath just feels so good. We need another. So let's take one more like that. Breathe in through both nostrils. Enjoy this breath as it goes long and full through your body, and then hold it. And then release it. Settling into your meditation posture, wherever you're at right now. Again, your eyes can be open and downcast or closed. And now there's nothing to do and nothing to change about the way you are in this moment. You don't have to look spiritual to be spiritual. And you certainly don't have to look spiritual to meditate. So for the next couple of minutes, just finding your natural breath. No change at all. If it's long, let it be long. And if it is short, let it be short. And doing your best just to be with this breath exactly as it is. With each breath, a new chance to bring you into more presence and to be right here and now. Enjoying this breath and this one right here. For just about one more minute. And placing a hand of compassion on your body, maybe a hand on your heart, and feeling the breath move through your body, your chest, and feeling a sense of aliveness as the breath moves through, wakes up, and balances within. And with kind, loving eyes inward, just giving yourself my favorite mantra, which are these two words: thank you. Saying them in your mind to yourself: thank you. For taking this time and for doing the best you could right here and getting present. Tuning in. What a gift. Let's take a long breath in through the nose and let it go with a sigh out the mouth. If your eyes are closed, you can choose to blink them open slowly, maybe looking down first, and looking somewhere besides the monitor or phone, taking in your environment, and then coming back to us together here. I hope that you have an incredible day ahead and have lots of great learnings. Thank you for doing this practice with me. It's an honor, and I'll see you soon.